Hello everyone and welcome back to another review of a cheap case. Today we are looking at a Shure Eco MK3 which was generously picked up by a member of OCAU, Firewire 1394. So thank you very much Ian for going to get this case for me. I really appreciate it, and thank you for the other gift as well, which I will get around to reviewing very soon. So this is Shure's new lineup of cases. They've got several stupid names, and well, to be honest, I really wanted to buy all of them, but I'm only going to just buy this one and the other one. So the Micro Hero you've already seen. So this is the gamer sort of one. The other one was the more elegant looking case. This is the gamer orientated one. So it looks over the top from MSY's website. I'll splice in an image there of what it looks like on MSY's website. So anyways, box is not that much bigger than the other one, to be honest. So tech specs, support mini ITX, micro ATX and ATX, USB 3 front panel, okay, acrylic window side panel, support for HDD SSD, which is it going to be bays, is it going to be just screw them around the case, who knows. Support optical DVD bay, 5.25 inch, which is going to be good because the Armageddon Decatron couldn't fit a DVD drive, and yes, I tried to fit an even smaller one and it didn't fit. Front 120mm fan included and a rear 120mm fan included. Compared to the Shure Micro, you kind of get two less fans, but hopefully there's going to be some features in here that's going to be better, make up for the price tag of $45 being exactly the same price as the other one. And onto the side of the box we have barcode, Eco MK3, it's a barcode with a date on it. Shure Eco MK3, color black, quantity 1, 4.8 kilograms, and the case size is 450 by 180 by 480 millimeters. As always, this is imported by Cablelist PCY Ltd, and all emails go to sales@supermem. So I think we finally figured out who's making these cases after all these years, but otherwise around the box is exactly the same design. You know, back in the day, Shure actually made cases with pictures and little designs and tribal graphics on it. Seriously, they did. Not anymore. Yep, completely all empty. Let's crack this open because I can't wait to see what this is. And also a note. Something's rattling around inside of it. And as always, 2 styrofoam inserts to keep your case from getting damaged during transport. I wonder if it is damaged because of what's rattling around inside of it. We'll see. Alright. Oh. This one is a bit of an ugly one. Okay, so already I'm not liking the look of this case. It is plasticky and it feels super cheap. Off to a good start. Anyways, I'm going to start with the side panel. Side panel, 120mm fan mount, and a window which is really weirdly shaped. To the front of the case, we have this one plastic bezel. It's just... how is it going to get airflow? And where did that come from? Oh, that's hot glue. That's traces of hot glue. It's just one piece. Oh, found the power button. DVD drive is stealthed. No, I don't think it is. So I'm gonna have to take on it. Oh, and it even has a little magnet there as well. Best feature on the case so far. That's alright. Nothing else on the front, no designs. There's a little triangle there, but that's it. It's just an over-the-top sort of plasticky thrown together. This is the other side panel, and it's got a bit of a bulge to it, so you can probably fit cables behind here, which is going to be really good. Cheap, but doesn't feel as good as the Micro Hero. Like this just feels there. Around the back, 120mm fan mount with a pre-installed fan. IO shield goes there, 7 expansion slots, and a place to install your power supply. Now, does it come with a filter or no? There's just a rolled up bit of steel there, and Alright. At the top here, it looks very NZXT like. It's just to me, it looks NZXT. We have two USB 3 ports, audio jacks, USB 2. There's a cutout. Let me guess. Supposed to have a SD card reader? Nope. And reset button, which is takes 10 men to. Jesus. Okay. Never use a reset button on this case. Never. Anyways, moving on. On the bottom we have 4 rubber feet, which is going to be good for preventing any vibrations, etc., etc. A whole heap of holes and rivet bits and everything like that. A place to install a hard drive, I would say. Maybe an SSD. And a little tiny dust filter, which, yeah, you can remove it. I don't know if you want to because it's just a little piece of mesh. Alright, so we're all going to experience this. Let's have a look inside of the case. Not excited. Anyways, we have a hard drive bay. Now, I had to sort of look at it for a minute and go, where are the rails for the hard drive bay? No. You slide them in and then screw them into place. Fantastic, sure. Whole heap of rolled steel there as well. Pretty flimsy. There's actually 2 5¼ inch drive bays and then a 3.5 inch one, which you can't access because of the front panel. But we're going to pull the front panel off and have a look. Motherboard tray is usual. A few cutouts for cable management. Not a big one here for your power supply cables to go through, but I'm sure you can manage if you're not planning to put something really high-end in here, or if you're going to put something high-end in here. It would. Okay. At the front of the case, we have another space to mount a 120mm fan. Here is the drive bay. And as you see, it looks like it just uses the expansion slots, the expansion bracket covers, stuck them there, and went, yeah, that'll do. That's fine. It's recycling, I guess. And yeah, this drive cage is really flimsy. There's the 5¼ inch section just there, and as you can see, you can install secondary drive, a 5¼ inch drive, but you're not going to be able to use it. So you could probably put a 3.5 inch adapter there if you wanted to. Same goes with there, you can put a hard drive there. Oh, it's slightly bent. Is it bent? Or is it just me? Nope, it's bent. It's bent out of shape. There we go, I fixed it. And having a look at the rear 120mm fan, it is exactly the same as the Shure Micro Hero with the little ridged thing, all the LEDs around it. There's probably like at least 20 LEDs running in there. You could probably repurpose these fans if you wanted to. Take the LED strip out, put it in the side of your case or something like that, and just use an OLED connector, take all this off, and you know, it might be alright. But yeah, so you get 2 of these included, as opposed to the 4 on the other one. I've also just discovered something. The expansion bracket holder thing is only held on by 1 screw here. So that was threaded into place. Well done, Shure. So it's supposed to have a hinge design, but it just falls off. So if you want to put it back in, let's take off this panel here. Tight as ever. Okay, now we get access to the back of the motherboard tray, and if it wasn't for that bulging side panel, there would be absolutely no room for cable management whatsoever. There's about less than like 3mm of clearance between the side and the motherboard tray, so you're going to have to be really careful if you're going to be routing any cables through here, because it's just all going to get all squished together, and that side panel's probably not going to go back on. But once I do a build inside of here, we'll see how that goes. You can see closer into the hard drive bay there, which I will fill up with all the drives that I can fit in there, just to showcase what it can do. You can see the 5¼ inch bays, all the cutouts, etc., etc. Not much to look at. I think it's time that we pry it open, the case, and find out what's under these plastic panels. Fuck. Okay, with the front panel being removed, you can see the spaces for the drives, the fan mount. You can see there is another space to install a 120mm fan. Now you're probably thinking, where is the 120mm fan? On the back of this. For some reason, Shaw decided to install the fan onto here. Obviously because, you can see right through it. So that's a transparent acrylic piece there. So you'd be able to see it. So that kind of makes sense as to why they didn't put that there, but still, there's also no front dust filter on the case as well, so I don't know what you're going to do about that. So let's try and rip this thing off. If I put my thumb. And here's the top panel as well, just the mesh design there, nothing else. It just looks dodgy. I don't know why they didn't put both USB 3s on one single PCB and then just put a USB. I don't know. And yes, there is our SD card reader missing. Sad, because it should have came with one. There is a place to install two 120mm fans. Now, you can install two 120mm fans. There is no problem with that. So the fan being installed there, you can install two 120mm fans there, like that, no problem at all. But can you fit a radiator? And just as I thought, there's the fan up against the mounting places, and there's only just a tiny little bit of clearance, so no 240mm rad in here. Unlike the Shaw Micro Hero, you could put a 240mm rad in there if you tried. This, you are not going to fit anything. At least you can put two 120s up there. Another thing I've noticed is a little broken plastic clip there, but I guess that's nothing. And there's that bag of accessories as well, just a whole bunch of screws and stuff like that. The expansion slot covers, they all have to be pushed out in order to install a graphics card in there. It's time to build a build in this thing. Let me do that. I will fill up every little space that I can with drives and stuff like that. And yeah, we'll go from there as to what it looks like, and then finish my final thoughts on this case. And here we are at the point where we face problems while building. I've got a 120mm fan installed up the top here, and I want to put a 5 1/4 inch drive bay in here. The cables are in the way, number one, and the fan's blocking the cables, so I can't get it in any further than that, so it's kind of sticking out like that. So already I'm gonna have to take that fan out just so I can put a DVD drive in here. Also want to showcase the drives. Here's 3 WD Raptors installed in my SSD. However, mounting them got you to push the drive in, then put these screws, which are these types of screws here. They've got a spacer and then they've got the actual screw on it, so there's a bit of a gap in there. You can see how it's starting to bend because of putting the screws in there. So these bits here are pretty much useless. So that's our first bit of trouble. So let's keep on building and see what else we run into. Oh man, it keeps on happening, doesn't it? Trying to install the front. It ain't gonna fit. So the front fan here is touching this secondary fan that I've installed, so that makes this one absolutely useless. And this one here, well, this one's gonna have to stay in because it's the blue LED, but that means that the second 120mm fan won't go in, because as you can see, the little pin layouts are just a little bit higher, and that's getting stuck on it. So that's another problem. I'll take this out and I'll route these cables through here somehow and just sort of put them in there. I think that's the best way to do it. Oh, having fun with this case. And another issue. Just doesn't end. I'm trying to remove this here so I can install a secondary graphics card. Do you think it would work? Nope. I've tried to bend it, push it, flex it, everything. It's just not gonna come out. It's just going to bend completely out of place. I also forgot to mention that graphics card clearance is pretty much about 370 millimeters, and CPU coolers should be about 65 millimeters, maybe a little bit less, to be honest. I mean, this has only got 92 mil fans on it, and it's already almost out of the case. Okay, the computer is completely fully assembled after an hour and a half of stuffing around with cabling and everything like that. Let's turn it on and see what it looks like. Looks pretty average, to be honest. So in conclusion, for this case being $45 and the other Shaw Micro Hero being $45, I can clearly see who is the winner here, and that being the Shaw Micro Hero, considering you get 4 fans, acrylic windows, and PSU shroud. That's feature packed, whereas this is just an over-the-top looking case. It just doesn't really appeal to me that much. I mean, it might appeal to other, you know, a more younger audience who wants sort of a budget case, who can't afford something like a, you know, a Corsair something or other. Their option is to go for this, but to be honest, I would stay away from this case. Not only did it have a very poor build quality, but there's just a lot of lost potential in mounting fans, in just installing hard drives, for example, was just a nuisance. I just don't think this case is definitely up to the Mark III that it says that it is. So overall, I would say don't buy this case. If you're going to buy something that's quite decent, maybe go with the Shaw Micro Hero, because I like that a lot more. It's just average at best, and to be honest, I'm not blown away by the looks. Even if it's got a front acrylic piece and a top acrylic piece, it's just not that appealing. And to be honest, the best feature with this case is the fact that it comes with the 2 fans and it's got the magnetic 5¼ inch drive bay cover, which even then it was hard to install a DVD drive. And those expansion brackets, I had to remove 4 or 5 of them just so I could get that one out. It was horrendous. It just, words cannot say how disappointed I am with this case. I mean, I could go on for hours and hours and hours about how terrible it is, but you all know what Shaw's like. I was impressed with the Micro Hero, however, I'm not impressed with this one, and I probably won't be impressed with the Mark II or the Mark I either. I think if I was to keep going with another review, I'd probably stick with one of the micro cases, because they just look a little bit more fancier. And the fact that they come with 4 LED fans instead of 2, it just, you can see which is the better value here. But anyways, that's enough of me ranting. This case, nope, do not like. Some people might like it. Me personally, nah, don't like it. So thank you for watching, and I hope this review was informative. And if you plan on buying one, go ahead. You can buy one in MSY if you want to. International viewers, I'm sorry, I don't think you'll be able to get this case anywhere soon, but for the $45 price tag, you know you can do a lot better than this. That's the conclusion. That is the end. Thank you again, and we'll see you in the next video. Are you finished? I'm trying to record a shit review here. It's a happy face. Or more of a face of, why are you building this? Why are you doing this? That's exactly what it's doing. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this video, feel free to leave a like or a dislike if you didn't. Comment below if you would like to see more content like this. We'll see you in the next one.